Hey out there, here we are for the next in our virtual cooking workshop series with our very own Mari Verbeten. She is the Badger Rock Assistant Farm and Education Manager. And Mari, what are you up to today in the kitchen?
So today we are celebrating one of my very favorite things of spring, and that is these delicious chives that I have right here in my hand. Chives are super special and fun because they're perennial, which means they come back year after year. You don't have to plant them. You plant them once, and then they keep coming back. And they're often one of the first things that pop up and are edible in your garden. So we went out to the garden, snipped them with some scissors, and we're going to put them in some savory pancakes. So I'm just going to start by chopping those up. And we've been cooking this with our garden class. And the instant that chives, like the chives break, you cut them, you snip them, a delicious smell fills the entire room. So that's one of my favorite parts about chives. They just smell so good. They taste so good, and they add like a fun sort of confetti-like feel to whatever food you're making. Another thing I really like about chives is they have the most beautiful purple flowers. Those aren't quite yet blossoming yet, but when they do, I don't know if you've seen like the big, so chives are in the allium family, so are onions and leeks, and they all have really big kind of round flowers, and chives in particular. They're small on the smaller side, but make a little bouquet of them. They not only smell so good, but they're so beautiful too.
You can eat them.
And you can eat them, yep. So they're fun to like break apart. You could even put those in savory pancakes too once they blossom. But put them on like a salad as a topping, anything. It adds a fun color. So yeah, we got those chives chopped. And the savory pancake recipe I use, I kind of think 1 to 1 to 1. So I usually do a cup of flour, a cup of liquid. You can do milk or water, and 1 egg. We're going to make a little bit of a smaller batch because it's just me and Sarah eating this. So I'm going to do a half a cup of flour, half a cup of milk, and if you want to be super particular about it, you can put your dry ingredients in one bowl, wet in another, but because this is pretty much just flour, milk, egg, and if you want salt or seasonings, I don't get too particular about it. If you had baking soda involved, you would probably want to mix that in. I personally don't put it in. They tend to be a little bit like flatter, but the egg kind of helps it rise a little bit, but I really don't mind. And it's not like a sweet, fluffy pancake. It's more just like a dense breakfast that I like to put an egg on top of, and maybe some greens, maybe some fermented vegetables. So if you want it to be fluffier, like you would a savory or a sweet pancake, go ahead, put some baking powder in it. That'll help it rise. But I'm just gonna keep it simple.
Did you just put garlic powder in?
Yeah, so I put some garlic powder in just to add a little bit more flavor. And here's that confetti vibe that I was talking about.
It's pretty.
And I'm just going to add a little bit more milk because I like it to be a little bit liquidier. I started making this recipe when one of my housemates made crepes, which are, if you've never had them, they're super thin pancakes, basically, that you can put filling in and eat for breakfast or a dessert. And I really liked them, but I liked having them a little bit thicker. So it's kind of like an in-between a pancake and a crepe is how I like to think about it.
And our students loved them. We're making them with our classes this week, and there was not enough to satisfy.
Yeah, they were flying off the pan. So I've been warming up this skillet here. I noticed I forgot butter, but luckily this is a nonstick pan, so we're just going to pour this batter right on there. And with our class, because we have a lot of students in each class, we've been making little small pancakes, but why not? I'm going to make one mega pancake, kind of spread it around a little bit. And I just think chives they're just so beautiful. So I'm going to cover that up, let that cook for a while, and then transition to what we've been dipping these savory pancakes in, and that is a seasoned sour cream. So for that, we're going to start with, yep, you guessed it, some sour cream. We're going to do about a half a cup of that. And this is fun because I feel like we've used this recipe a couple different times this year. Anytime you need a dip, have a little creamy base with some seasonings on it, and you're good to go. And like most recipes we do in this workshop series, you can do it however you like. Like if you like it a little bit spicier, add some cayenne. If you like just like a garlic aioli or a garlic seasoned sour cream, you can just keep it at garlic. What we're going to do today is add a little bit of parsley. So we're going to do about a teaspoon. If you have fresh parsley, that would be delicious too, but we're going to use dried parsley today. We're going to add, go ahead.
Easy thing to plant in your garden.
Yeah.
And parsley and chives can both be planted in pots too, even if you don't have
right, if you don't have space. Mm-hmm. Any of the herbs, which you could add any herbs to. I saw that we had some thyme popping up as well, so that'd be good in this seasoned sour cream. Add a little bit of paprika, which along with the flavor, it adds a really beautiful color to it as well. I'm going to do some onion powder. Probably about a half a teaspoon. And we'll do a little bit of garlic powder too.
Because why not?
Because why not? So we're gonna show this real quick. So it's that classic like bubbly look that pancakes usually get. That's what we're looking for, but I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer just because I want it to be nice and golden on either side. Maybe we can take a peek at the bottom real quick. And hopefully, yeah, this nonstick pan is doing its thing. So it's starting to get a little golden. I'll leave it a little bit longer. And I don't know, it's not really a science. I don't know if this is correct, but I usually put the lid on the first side, and then when I flip it, I take the lid off so it gets a little crispy, just because I want to make sure it cooks all the way through. Okay, and one other thing I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice to get it a little bit liquidier, and also because a little acid really brings the sauce to the next level. And I would guess this is probably half a tablespoon, maybe.
Half a lemon.
Half a lemon. So that paprika is really shining through, that beautiful color.
Ooh, it smells good too.
Smells good. And because we have extra, let's throw a little bit more chive confetti on top. I love the early spring vegetables that you can eat, and it gets me so excited that pretty soon you can just walk outside or go to your windowsill and there's going to be abundance everywhere. It's very exciting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this pancake. There we go. So yeah, while that's cooking, when I eat this, I usually I got the pancake. I have some sort of sauce or cheese. I do a fried egg on top, maybe some fermented vegetables, maybe some greens. And it's a really hearty breakfast that brings me all the way to lunch because it's just nice and filling. And like I said, you can put whatever you want. If you don't like chives, you don't have to put them. You can just have flour, egg, milk, salt. Like that'll get you a good pancake too. But yeah, thanks for joining us on this little journey. Enjoy all the spring vegetables that your garden or community garden or your balcony has to offer. I know here at Badger Rock, we're doing our best to incorporate everything that the garden is giving us right now. So thanks for joining us on this workshop, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mari. Everybody enjoy your pancakes.
Enjoy.